So welcome back to the show, and I was having a very interesting conversation with Neema over Ohana Swimwear that you can check out on Instagram and across all social media platforms, and also Samo Mindo of Gentile.
Gentile, bro.
Gentile.
Yes.
Gentile.
Yes.
But one of the interesting things that this pandemic has brought about businesses pivoting, and some I'm aware that you also had to sort of like ensure that your business has pivoted a bit to ensure that you remain sustainable.
Exactly.
Take me through your experience. How's it been for you?
So, I mean, when COVID hit, most businesses essentially didn't know what to do. I mean, for a period of like a month, we decided to just be on a go slow. And the idea for us, because as a business, we are not just about making clothes or making stuff. We also work with talented artisans from low-income areas like Kibera. And we needed to think of a way of ensuring that they have a means to put food on the table, and the business also has continuity. So, courtesy of a program that we joined with a friend of mine called Ian, who runs a brand called Vitara, we came together, combined our strengths and some of the resources we had, and we started doing masks called Gentara. So, we received a lot of support from a program we both attended called the Creative DNA, and this helped us to start pushing out the masks across the socials. They helped us do a couple of articles here and there. We also got to send out our masks to the British High Commissioner to Kenya and a couple of other people who gave us a shout out. So during that whole period of when Corona was really rife, we were able to create a means of income. Artisans had something that they were doing, so they had a reason to come to work. We were able to basically export some of these things to the US, to the UK, some to Seychelles, and it created an opportunity for us to basically
a new market.
Exactly, something that I don't think we would have. Okay, it was in the plan, but it was brought far much closer.
Made things happen.
Exactly, yeah. We had to think on our feet.
True.
And basically make sure that let's capture the opportunity and run with it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And what's it called? For Hana.
Right.
What's it called? At a point, the borders were locked. You couldn't travel. You couldn't go to the beach. How much were you affected in terms of business? Because we are all in sweatpants. There's
I'm in that industry.
How was it?
How I reacted, I am the complete opposite of how Sam reacted. How Sam reacted, because for me, I was quicker. I didn't take a break. That's when I just what to do. So I went into now the whole idea of content creation. I was like, what, at this point, why not grow the value of the brand? Sales will come. And that's where I focused on. I was like, at this point, let me focus on growing the value of the brand, such that I fixed everything. We upgraded our website. We even installed configuration that such that we accept all modes of payment, all currencies. We fixed every single thing, our business model, every single thing. And we actually gained a larger audience. And for me, one of the things I focused on when it came to online content creating is I saw also the need, because also influencers needed content. So I was like, why not, let's collaborate, do these challenges. That everything was going on, the challenges. I was like, why not?
Interesting.
Why not use your audience and my cool swimwear styles, and we create, we do this, we take part in these online challenges that are going on, and we got reposted by so many huge platforms that brought in an audience, which later led to sales.
Interesting. And you mentioned something about also in terms of having to revamp your website and now having to accept payments. How's it been for you? How important was it for you to ensure that now you serve your customers in a new era we're going into, whereby people are not using physical cash? How important was it for you?
We're going to a cashless society. And my thing is, once you haven't installed all these things, you're cutting off a customer base, like a consumer base. You're cutting off a lot of people, especially if you want to compete on an international audience. So many customers used to ask, and I lost so many sales because of that previously, because they used to ask, how else can we pay? Do you support? So that's actually really helped me a lot, because it accepts all currencies. So we had to, and Visa, Visa, So actually, that actually brought in a huge audience that we had lost, and it's actually helped with sales.
Interesting. And how has it been for you, Sam? Because I know also you combine both physical and also the e-commerce platform. What are some of the new, adoptions in terms, more so in terms of transactions that you've had to bring into your business?
I mean, I'd say for us, we basically had the plugins on our e-commerce platform, facilitating payments using Visa and all those other payment opportunities. But the thing is, it's during Corona that it became a bit more important, because we started receiving communication even through social media platforms like Twitter. Do you guys export here? Do you guys do this here? Do you guys do this here? So what are the mode of payments that we can use? So listing some of this for us, which was before a hurdle, no longer seemed as such. In as much as not all of them converted, it was a sign of relief from us knowing that we've done what we needed to do. And also there's the aspect of now that we are getting into distributorship of our ready-to-wear collection. We have pop-ups at different places. So one of the most recent one was at Kikiri, and most of the people who would come to pay, they'd be like, do you guys actually have a PDQ or something of the sort? And being able to get a physical PDQ courtesy of Visa being enabled means that now we can go back to the pop-up with confidence, because it was either before it used to be cash. Right now someone would just check the card and they'd be like, do you have the machine? You're like,
it's now becoming a normal.
Exactly.
Because back in the day, plastic money, no one used to trust it as much, but right now, because of the situation, everybody has to adopt it. Something quite interesting is that the entrepreneurship journey, from what you guys have shared with me, most of you started out quite young in university and just when it started to bring. And I'm sure spending time on ground, because initially the idea was in your head, there's quite a huge difference. Maybe Sam, you can share with me some of the experiences and the lessons that this journey has brought to you, considering that you started off from Gikomba, you went to Turkey, now you're making for us. You can open your coat again. That is Sam, this is me. But just kidding.
I should make you one.
You should, yes.
I mean, the lessons are innumerable, to be pretty honest, because every single day you're learning something new. But I guess for me, the highlight is I've come to appreciate enjoying the journey. And I'd say this because, I mean, when I was starting Gentil, I was still in uni, and you're young, you're excitable, and you're reading about all these guys who are doing these things, and you imagine that it's going to take you 2 years to convert and get your brand across Nairobi or across Kenya. And it doesn't happen that way. There's so many lessons that you need to learn. So for me, being patient and embracing the journey for me has been really important, and also not giving up.
Number one, keep learning, whether it's from the wisdom of your mentors, your parents, your friends, or your mistakes. Because a growing mind, a growing or learning mind will always lead you to the path of success. So, and that's actually, I've learned a lot during this whole season, because the world is changing. So you have to adjust, have to keep learning, have to keep innovating, keep doing all these things. And then the other thing, as you touched on, the whole glorifying entrepreneurship, and behind the scenes you might be depressed. It's like, it's not as it seems. So for me, the biggest thing is just keep talking to God every single day, because He gave you that vision for a reason. He didn't give you the vision to start a swimwear line. He didn't give you the vision, to be a journalist. So He gave everyone a vision, a specific vision for a reason, and your gifts will be the ones that open doors that you never ever thought would.
I love how exactly we brought in God at the right time, because God is the creator and literally gives us the vision for us to execute everything that you're doing. And we've ended the show with a lot of wise words, but you can get much more wise words and lessons from the Visa Hub. Let's go on to visa.co.ke to just access all this information that will help you as an entrepreneur. It's better to learn from other people's mistakes than your own. I think you guys agree that the Visa Hub does enable that. And also you can check out for an opportunity to win $200 worth of digital marketing. You know how hard it is getting a client during this period of time, but through digital marketing can enable you get access to international clients, as some and them have. So you can register as a merchant on the Visa website, that's visa.co.ke, and you have an opportunity to win $200 if you're amongst the first 100 people. My name is Ian Dennis, and this has been The Business Coach, where we help entrepreneurs better their businesses.